good evening. My name is Sherry Ridge. I'm the department chair and instructor of business here at McHenry County College, and I'm also the advisor of the business club. The business club, along with the business department and career services, are hosting a job prep workshop. But today, our workshop, this is workshop number 2, and this is called Job Searching Through a Pandemic. So the first thing I would like to do is have the members of the business club introduce themselves, and then we'll have our wonderful presenter, Demetrius, start the program.
Hello, everyone. I'm Matt Forrest, the president of Business Club.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jacob Martin. I'm the current treasurer of the business club.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ann Brockham. I'm a member of the business club.
I think we saw Far.
Hello, I'm Far. I'm also the member of the business club.
All right, thank you very much. All right, Demetrius, please take over.
Cool. Well, hey, everybody. How's it going? Good evening, and thank you all for coming this evening on a 6 p.m. on a Thursday. You know, Thursday, a lot of college students be doing other things, but you guys are here. And so we're so excited that you guys are here tonight. So everybody, as Sherry stated, I'm Demetrius Robinson over the Career Services Department, and also my colleague and supervisors, Catherine Jones, she's here, and she's going to help with this event tonight. I've been coughing. I had like a wolfing cough, so I may stop in the middle of the presentation to cough or to change my hair, but Catherine Jones will definitely pitch in when needed. So thank you so much, Catherine, for being here this evening. Appreciate that. So usually what I always like to do, I always do roll call. I always like to know who here and why are you even here today? So I'm gonna go around the room and you guys just tell me why you here for this presentation today. So can we start off with Sarah? Tell me how long you been a student at MCC and why are you here today?
I'm looking for a job. I lost my job back in February and I have been at MCC since fall.
It's good to see you again, Sarah. And
You
I was
too.
with Sarah last night. She came to the office yesterday. We did a lot of work yesterday. And hopefully she's working on her homework.
I did.
And I gave her a lot of homework assignments, but we're going to get Sarah on track. So thank you so much, Sarah.
Thanks, you guys.
CJ.
Hi, my name's CJ. I've been at MCC for about a year. I'm just here for because I'm part of the mentorship program and just to see how the job market is essentially during this pandemic.
Cool. Well, thank you, CJ. And also, I guess I'm going to make the announcement now. If you're here for extra credit, please put your information in our chat box, your name, and also the class that you're taking so you can receive your extra credit. Myself and Sherry will forward this into all the instructors, so please make sure you add this into the chat box. Ann.
I'm Ann Brockham. This is my 3rd semester at MCC. I'm here because I'm a business club member, and I'm also looking for my next career move. About a year ago, I was downsized when Sears Holdings had massive layoffs, and I've been looking for a job ever since.
Well, it's good to see you, Ann, and thank you so
Thanks.
much. Cool. Madeline, how's it going? Maddie?
It's going good. So I'm here today because, of course, I am a member of the business club, but also these workshops are just very helpful and you can never get too much information about how to improve a job search. So just trying to get more valuable information with that entire process.
Cool, and thank you, Maddie. And Maddie is one of our recipients of our internship. And she's interning right now at the Community Foundation. So thank you so much, Maddie. Jacob.
I'm here because I'm a business club officer, and I'm also here because I'm a member of the mentorship program. And even though I know everything, it can't help to get a little bit more knowledge up here.
It's good to see you again, Jacob. It's good to see you in your room and not getting kicked off campus and not wearing your mask last time.
No, it was bogus, but you know what? I'll just deal with it because whatever, rules. I don't need them.
Thank you, Jacob. How you doing, Alice? Good to see you again, Alice.
Good. How are you, Demetrius?
Good.
I'm here for the mentorship program as well, so that's why I'm joining. And I've been here since fall of last semester, or last year, I mean.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Alice. Good to see you again. Karen?
First of all, Alice, love your backdrop.
Thank you.
And I'd also like to echo what Madeline said about these workshops. I'm actually in my last semester, and unfortunately, a lot of them last year just so happened to fall on times when I couldn't take them. And that's the way it goes. So I'm very glad, even though I'm leaving in December, to be able to have the opportunity to pick up any tips I can get. I think it's a great program. I'm glad you're throwing it out. Currently, I am a paralegal intern, actually with a professor of mine. We just started business law this week, and it's an 8-week course, but it's an unpaid internship. And after taking 2 years off of work to go to school full time, I look forward to getting paid. So any help you can give me, Demetrius, like, my ears are open.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Carrie. Good to see you again.
Likewise.
Far.
Hi, I'm Far. I've been here in MCC since last year. I'm here because I'm also part of the mentorship program, and I'm also part of a Step Up program.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Far, for being here. Good to see you again. Diana?
Diane, yeah.
Okay.
So the question is, why am I on the Zoom call today?
Yes.
I think this one was tips on interviewing, or there was a couple of them that I signed up for, so I'm not sure what this one is. But I'm definitely here because I haven't looked for a job in quite a while, and I'm looking to change careers. So I'm open to any tips, suggestions that I can get. I did finish the medical billing and coding certificate program. Should have probably researched that a little bit. You really can't go right into medical billing and coding with no healthcare experience.
Okay.
So I'm now going back and taking some courses in administrative, medical administrative certificates. And so I figure I'll either get into medical administration or go back to just regular administrative work.
Okay.
But I feel like I don't interview very well. So I need some tips on that.
Okay, perfect. And Diane and Linda just got on. She's our admin assistant. Hey, Linda. And so I'm gonna have Linda communicate with you via the chat, and we're gonna make sure we get you an appointment in to come see me. Or we can do our own private Zoom, and we can definitely help you out, Diane. So thank you so much for being here today.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Cool. Stephanie?
Hi. Sorry, I'm at work, so I was trying to be part of this at the same time. So my name is Stephanie, and I am also part of the Step Up program, and I am going to school for occupational therapy assistant at MCC. Yeah, and then I'm interested because I know, like, once we get out in the field, and then, you know, depending on how things go, it'll definitely be a different environment, and I'm definitely interested to see how things are gonna turn out, and see if I can get pointers for you know, for when I try to get a job once I get out of school as well.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Stephanie. And you at work and eating lunch, so thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be here. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Mice K, I'm saying it right?
Hey there.
Hey, how's it going? You in your car?
I am. My son is at Boy Scouts right now, so I'm just listening in and making sure he's okay with Boy Scouts. So I'm Veronica Misak, and I've been at MCC. This is my second year, and I'm here for also the mentor program, but also because I am looking to possibly get a new job in the near future, and I don't know how long this pandemic is going to last.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Veronica, for being here and being a trooper. You're sitting in your car. I just like probably like my third time being on the Zoom and sitting in your car listening in. So we really appreciate that. I thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. And then also I'm gonna have you well, it's probably gonna be hard for you, but I'm gonna have our information up so we can definitely do a one-on-one also to help you out with your
For sure. I would love that.
Thank you. and GM.
Yeah, I'm GM. I was about 3-4 weeks ago laid off from Live Nation Ticketmaster after 16 plus years, and while I actually it was a furlough, and I hope I do get a call back. But that being said, I'm not waiting around for a call back, and since I've been out of the game for 16 plus years, I figure I might as well brush up on my interviewing skills, resume skills, things like that. So
It's good to see you again, Jim. I think you was here last week, right?
yeah, the last workshop I was here as well, or
Okay.
I think that was a resume workshop, as I recall. So
cool. Well, thank you. It's good to see you again, Jim. And Jim, anytime, feel free to reach out to Linda. Linda will be in the chat, and so we can set up some one-on-one appointments with a lot of you. And if Linda will be here taking questions in the chat and also putting our information in the chat about our services. So thank you so much, GM.
thank you.
All right, cool. So thank you all for being here again, and I will be drinking some water because I've been coughing all day. So if I look like I'm sick, I probably am sick, but I'm glad this is on via Zoom. But Catherine Jones said she'll pitch in to help out also. So right now I'm going to show I guess I should a little bit more about me. I've been at the college for a year and some months now. What I do in our department is oversee the career services department. So I help students trying to identify their career goals, what they should major in, what they should go into, resume writing, interviewing skills, the internship program, and also our apprenticeship program, which I'm going to talk about right now. Let's talk about our services. I'm about to go to our PowerPoint. Can you guys see the PowerPoint?
Yep.
No, yes?
Yes, we're with you, but you're at the end of your PowerPoint.
I know.
Reverse that, baby.
Okay. Go to the front. Go to the front. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
perfect. All right, so I wanted to talk about what we do in our department. So I can talk about it right now. So if you need help finding a career, I know some of you say that, you know, you're trying to do the career changer, you're trying to figure out, should you stay in this career, not be in a career, undecided major, we can definitely do that in our department. You can come down and sit down with us. We have a wonderful program called Career Coach, and I can sit down and do a career assessment with you. I do various other assessments that I do with our students, with our fruit assessment, color assessment, and also our career coach assessment. And after I sit down and identify what you're good at, your dislikes, your likes, and I have a quote: live the life you love the life you live. Your job should fit your personality, your personality should fit your job. And I've been in higher education for over, I won't tell my age, I look good, but I've been in higher education for almost over 15 years. And I really do enjoy this right here. I told Catherine earlier today, I said, I feel bad if we don't do this workshops. I have to be able to, I don't care, I have a cough. Catherine said, yeah, I got you. I'm like, okay, but I needed to be here because this is my passion to really help and motivate others to be very successful. And so I love what I'm doing. So this is the perfect fit job for me. And so hopefully we can help you find your perfect fit job. So if you need that right career, definitely you'll come to our office to do the career assessment. And also after you do the career assessment and we try to identify what you're good at, what you're not good at, it's very important that you find out what this person actually does. So we in the process of implementing our job shadowing program, and we sending students out and so they can to follow or shadow that person in that particular field. If you want to be a Sherry Ridge or a Catherine Jones or myself, you can come follow us for a day, and then you can see what we do, and then you see if you like what we do. And so you can definitely do the job shadowing program. Also in our office, we help you with work experience. Someone just said about, I need work experience. I think that was Stephanie was talking about work experience. We in our department do the work-based learning program. And so our work-based learning involves our internship program. And so it's interesting. We have this grant, and just how I explain it in layman's terms, we have a grant. And in this grant, we paid a company to pay you to get work experience. And everybody's like, what, really? I'm like, yes, we paid a company to pay you so you can get a paid intern. I know, Ann, like, I'm not getting paid. I'm doing this work for free. Now, what's that, Ann? No, Karen.
Yeah.
Karen, you're doing work for free. You know, come back to us. Do that little thing you're doing for free now, but come back to us. So we can get you.
Yeah, now this is my last semester, and I have almost half of my hours in. So nice try, Demetrius. Ain't happening.
I try, Karen. I'm trying. But if all the ones out there that won't work experience but want to get paid for it, you can definitely take advantage of our internship program that we have in our office. And also we have our apprenticeship program. Catherine Jones, can you talk about the apprenticeship program?
Why, of course I can talk about the apprenticeship program. Apprenticeship is this beautiful blend of becoming an employee for a local company, and they pay you a wage while you go to school. And you have also a mentor in the company who is helping with what we call on-the-job training. Today we have a formal apprenticeship program in manufacturing, 2 tracks that culminate in a degree in engineering technology. You can do an industrial maintenance track or a CNC technician track. However, what matters, I think we've got folks from a lot of different disciplines here. We can create apprenticeships in any given discipline by working with an employer, working with the Department of Labor to create a learning and working experience that is right for you. So we say no college debt and a high skills job is how we talk about apprenticeship opportunities.
Ooh, thank you so much. And so we definitely, if you not too late, you definitely can sign up for our apprenticeship program through our office. So that's how you can get that work experience through our internship and also through our apprenticeship program. And then moving on, we all here to talk about our resume development. It's all about the resume. I think, and Sarah and I talked about this yesterday about having the various different types of resumes. And so you can apply for these various types of positions that's out there. So we can help you with your resume development, help you. Our next workshop will be on interviewing skills, how to sell your, how do we word it, Catherine?
Sell your skills.
Sell your skills.
I had a little bit of problem. I read a draft of a flyer and it said sell yourself, and I was like, no, I don't think so. However, I won't get on your case, Dee, if you say sell yourself, because in essence, it's what we're doing. I just didn't want it picked up by a search engine that way.
So we're doing a workshop on Monday about selling your value in the interview. in the interview. So we're going to do that on Monday. So feel free to come back on Monday, 3 o'clock. We'll do another Zoom call, and we'll be talking about interviewing skills on Monday. And also on our Hired Scott is our online job board where we post all of our internship opportunities, our apprenticeship opportunities, and also we have employers throughout our whole district in our county, but also outside of our county that is posted on our online job board. So we're going to have information how to get on our online job board. As a matter of fact, Linda is probably putting it in our chat right now as we speak. And so you can definitely sign up, upload your resume. I don't have that flyer on this, but we are doing a competition. We asking for all, I said it at the last one. We're doing a competition. You can upload your resume to our online job board. You get to qualify to win a $25 Dunkin' gift card. Ooh. And so we pull the names every, Linda, is it every Friday? And so we pull the name every Monday. I think we pull the name every Monday, and you'll be qualified to win a $25 gift card. Just our way of just trying to promote our online job board. We have a lot of companies that's out there and they looking to hire. And so, but a lot of our students, our community members do not utilize that board. So please, we're encouraging you to do that. And that's our incentive of trying to get you to go to our job board. And so we will have that information at the end. Linda may put it in our chat also.
It's already there.
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, I have a question. Does that include also like even in the health field? Is that
Stephanie?
Yeah, Stephanie, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, does that even include for like the apprenticeship? Does that include also in the health field?
We are working on the development of an apprenticeship in healthcare. So we are partnering with Journey Care to do a pilot in that. So Stephanie, definitely check in with Career Services and we'll schedule time to talk about that.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, Catherine, the paralegal studies, we had 27 students last semester in the spring. We have 24 new students this year. I'm not certain of how many graduated at the end of May, but do you think it's possible we could get one for the paralegal students as well? I do know there is a paralegal advisory committee that Dean Katz works with, and I would hope that somebody would want to offer that opportunity to somebody else in the community.
Yeah, whether that is internship or apprenticeship, we'll definitely explore. I had already sent a little private chat to Linda to see if we couldn't convert some of those paralegal internships right now into some of the grant funded. That is super freaky, Sherry. There are 2 of you.
Yeah, that and it's kind of strange because when I was so desperate to get an internship, as soon as I found out that people were willing to hire me as an intern for free, I got all kinds of offers. That rather defeats the purpose since I'm paying for my PAR 225 paralegal internship. So, I mean, I'm financially, I'm okay. I've gotten a scholarship, but I just think that that would just offer more incentive to people to try this field out. And several people here tonight said that they are considering a career change. And that's a perfect professional 2-year degree. I mean, you know, you only need 2 years and to get a paralegal associates and to be able to walk into a professional situation is it's very attractive, and I would love to make it more so to my co-students.
Yeah, let's work on it. We still have to, so as Dee mentioned, that grant covers 2/3 of the cost. We still have to have some willing employers out there who will help support that remaining third, and our employers front it. They get reimbursed on the back end. So, but it's, you know, it's part of building that future talent pool. The other thing I'll say is we're talking about healthcare and things here too. There are sometimes licensure requirements that don't permit a paid internship. So we're always kind of checking that. We can't work at cross purposes with our accreditors, but career services are great at kind of figuring all of that out and connecting you in.
Ooh. All righty. Sorry, so let
Quick
us go.
question. What is the difference between an apprenticeship and an internship?
You want to do that, or you want me to do that?
Go ahead, Catherine. Go ahead. Let's see how you do it.
All right. An internship is typically a short term, usually 10 to 20 weeks in duration. So think of it as a short bite. You are an employee during that time, but it's very limited. An apprenticeship usually spans 3 to 5 years. So you are coming in as a low-skilled employee. Your skills are growing as you come through there. And then at that point, as you achieve a degree, certification, those sorts of things, you're a fully contributing member of that employer's team. We usually see incremental salary increases as you go through. And there is often what we call guaranteed employment. You can look at that in 2 ways. When you're in a pandemic, it's pretty cool to have, say, 2 years of guaranteed employment. It's also a benefit to the employer because they are controlling turnover that way. And because your employer is paying for your education, that's the other very different factor between an internship and an apprenticeship. In an apprenticeship, the employer is paying your school bill. And so that term of service beyond the 3 years for a full apprenticeship is in recognition of that school funding.
Cool. Cool. Great questions. Any more before we move forward? Cool. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to share 8 tips on how you can do a job search during this particular pandemic. So we're going to share that. So make sure you get your pens and papers out. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't go towards the end. All right. Cool. You guys see the screen? Cool. All right, so job search tip number 1, create a timeline for your job search. So this is very important, right? Right now, everyone is trying to look for a job during the pandemic, and some people saying, you know, a lot of people just got laid off. The unemployment rates are going to the roof. And I know Sarah and I was talking about this yesterday. Like, is it really jobs out there? And yes, there are jobs out there, but right now you just need to create a timeline. And in that timeline, you need to start prioritizing what field should you go into. I'm loving that a lot of students are now going back to school to try to get more additional training. And that's going to be in one of our tips too. But now, right now, is really just to create a timeline when you want to be in that particular position. Track your progress of how you applying for these particular position. Focus your efforts on leveraging your network to source additional opportunities and keep track of your progress. And when you out there applying for these particular positions, like I know GM he's in the process of trying to probably go into another field or go back into the same field. But now is that time to do that timeline for your search. And so, if you want a full-time job, if you want a part-time position, do you want an internship? And now you know what an apprenticeship is. Now that you're trying to figure out what should you be going into, and now it's time for you to create that timeline. Sometimes when we in a sense of urgency, or we start to panic, and you just start applying for anything, and then sometimes you sending out the wrong resume and not the correct resume. And sometimes we go through that. Karen like, yeah, I know. And so I see Karen nodding her head. And so sometimes we do that. We get that sense of urgency. We start to freak out. And sometimes we do the wrong thing when we freak out. So sometimes it's very perfect that you reach out to the career services staff and come and talk with us. We can help you set a timeline, set those expectations that you're looking for. Because we all got to have some type of goal and expectation. And, and where field you want to go into, and and sometimes people's like, well, I'm being picky. You're not being picky, but you do have expectations. The environment that you want to work for, the type of the environment and what company you want to work for. So it's good to have those expectations. And so number one is just pretty much is create a timeline for your job search. And Maddie like, yeah, I'm looking at all you guys nodding your heads.
Hey, Dee, can I add something there?
Yes, please.
There's this human nature thing that depending on how long we've got for something, typically, you know this, right, from school assignments, you've got a deadline, and when do you get that done? It's kind of like we go whoop, right at the end. So part of having this timeline helps you chunk it down. It takes this overwhelmingness to begin to think about what I need to do today and what I need to do tomorrow. And it gets a whole lot more manageable, like Demetrius was saying.
Perfect. Tip number 2, y'all ready? Okay, strengthen your connection with your networks online. And so tap into your networks. These include friends, professional mentors, old colleagues, to see if they know if anyone is hiring or in an organization with open roles. And as Arian, I shouldn't say this, but my boss is online, but I networked to get this particular position that I have now. I was at a conference and I seen one of our presidents there. I was there with a bunch of VPs from other colleges and universities that was there. And so me being in that space at that particular time, I networked, and we talked about the elevator speech last week. And Matt, I think we all went, Sarah and all of us, we talked about the elevator speech. And I gave my 30-second spiel about why I'm a great candidate. I didn't even know a position was even at MCC, to be honest with you, until that particular VP told me there was a position available. And so, but that was all of me tapping into my network. I was at this convention, at this conference with all these other VPs and presidents, and I was just selling myself, going out there, can't say sell myself, promoting myself, marketing myself to these people and letting them know that what I can bring to the table. And so I tapped into my my network of friends that I knew. I reached out to old mentors and old co-workers that I knew, and letting them know that I was in a market of looking for a job. So strengthening your connections, going out there and researching. You can have someone at your church or somewhere that you volunteer at. Then you may never know who may know someone. It's an old saying in Chicago: you got to know someone. You got to know someone to know someone to get a job, and that's an old Chicago saying. But tapping into those networks are key. old friends that you know. It's also bullet number 2. It says seek out like-minded professionals that you admire online to spark the conversation about possible opportunities in virtual networking events and chats. And so our job fair is coming up. That's a whole opportunity right there, you know, to go to our job fair, and you're going to be a like-minded individual. But also they have so many networking events that's going on out there, and you can look on LinkedIn, and the next one is talked about LinkedIn. LinkedIn have so many groups and chats out there that can inform you about what different organizations are out there. If you're going into, like, we have SHRM, Society of Human Resource Management. If you know, if you're going into that particular field, they're on LinkedIn. You can connect with them, make friends with them, and network. And you may know someone that you that's on that professional organization to connect with, and we can tell you about different networking events. So it's a lot of opportunities to connect, to find your I guess to find your network. You know, you can find a network, or you can tap with us. Come to Career Services, and I can connect you with some of my resources I may have. Your professors, Sherry Ridge is here, and Sherry Ridge will be a perfect contact. So she know people in the industry. And so if you're going into the business industry, so definitely just strengthening your connection within your network online. Catherine, anything you'd like to add?
I do. I'm going to put a couple more links in the chat here in a few minutes. MCC is partnering with the McHenry County Workforce Network, so they are a great resource if you are career changing or have been furloughed, recently unemployed, and are looking for that next step. We're doing some industry-specific networking, virtual networking groups. I'm going to read them off here, and then I'll put their links in. In November 12th, we are going to bring together folks from the manufacturing industry, not just production jobs, but all of the support jobs that are available in manufacturing. In December, we will do a healthcare networking event with a focus on laboratory, imaging, and technician roles. In January, we will do an IT networking event, IT project manager, data administration, network security. February is transportation, distribution, logistics. March is back to manufacturing. April is healthcare. May is information technology, and June is transportation, distribution, and logistics. These aren't job fairs, but they are networking opportunities. So the format, we bring 3 or 4 employers to the table. You have a chance to learn about their career journey, how they got where they are. We've got some prepared questions that we ask them, and then we send you out into breakout rooms so that you have one-on-one time or small group time with our panelists. And it's a way to build your network, right? After you do that, you can connect with them on LinkedIn. Sometimes it's kind of weird to connect to people on LinkedIn, but this is a way to expand your network, have that warm introduction, hear about their career journey, and get that leverage from the network. So I'm going to now, while y'all talk, I'm going to go get that document and pull the links.
Cool. So that's great. So you guys are at a perfect place at the perfect time to have me to be coughing earlier today, to have Catherine Jones on the link on this Zoom call. So now she just gave you a list of all these networking opportunities. So that is great. And so, and then also Catherine Jones is I don't know if you guys know, she's our associate vice president for workforce. And so that's a key person right there. She knows a lot of companies in our area. So I see Sarah writing the name down. So she's, and so she's our associate vice president of workforce, and that's who I report to. And so she has a loaded.
How can you forget a name like that?
What you say, Catherine Jones? Yes.
I'm glad my husband isn't on the Zoom because he loves her.
Oh, and by the way, Michael Douglas works at a manufacturing plant just around the corner.
All right, I'm switching careers.
For real. Yep.
So what a great load of information right there from our very own Catherine Jones, our Associate Vice President of Workforce. And she's a great person to tap into. So all of you guys are hopefully connect with Career Services. We connect you with her, and Catherine probably even leave her information in the chat also. But
Yep.
what a great way to you can strengthen your network of just being on this Zoom call tonight. So that's perfect.
Yep, I'm on LinkedIn, and I make this offer to anybody I talk to about expanding your network. You link in with me, you've got access to my network, and I'm happy to make those warm introductions.
There you go. Cool. All right, so let's go. We have 8 with 5 more to go. Let's see. Tip number 3.
Could you drop your LinkedIn in the chat then?
I will do that.
All right, thank you.
That's easier than going to get these links, so I will start there.
Cool. And so while she's doing it, we can go ahead and go to tip number 3, identify and apply to growth industries and specializations. So I know a lot of people are now thinking like, oh, should I change careers? Now is the time to start thinking about that. You know, now the time to identify and apply to companies that have adapted well during the uncertainty, and also a unique position to add value to our new normal. And so now is the time to try to figure out what companies are adapting well. It was interesting. So I know a lot of you met me last week, but you know, I live in the city. I live right next to Midway Airport. And so I drive in to go to work to McHenry on Mondays and Wednesdays. When I'm driving to work, you guys know the toll booth, right? The toll booth, you got to pay the toll. All of those jobs got eliminated. Those people are no longer working, and then I just got to use my iPass. And I used to like stopping at the toll, talking to the toll booth lady or the man, whoever was working. And so now it's like, wow, that job is no longer there. So, you know, some jobs did get eliminated during this pandemic. Then also jobs were created in this pandemic. I know Catherine probably had time in a second about how the manufacturing industry is really, really booming right now, because they're making our masks that we're wearing, all of the medical equipment all of a sudden that need to be produced. That industry is booming right now. I believe a lot of people are doing career changes. So I think education is booming right now. A lot of people are going online. So if you have any, you want to go back to school, and then I think if you have an education degree, definitely you can go teach right now, because a lot of people are going back to school. So that's another industry you can go into. Amazon is huge. Anything that's online. I just went to the mall on Monday with my family on the holiday, and I noticed a lot of these stores are closing because everybody's doing online shopping now. And so Amazon is building a facility down the street from my house, and so I'm like, that's amazing. And so the transportation industry is booming right now. So trying to identify those particular industries that are big, and I guess, and go into those industries to apply. Anything you need to add, Catherine?
Not this time.
Oh, okay. Okay. I like you.
Other than, like, part of my job is to make sure that we've got skilled workers ready for our employers. And quite frankly, even in the middle of this pandemic and high unemployment, we have more jobs than we have folks ready for them. So the jobs are out there, pandemic or not.
Karen said, yep. So tip number 4, revamp your resume and your online profile. So last week we talked about resume writing, who was on the line last week. And, you know, we said this bullet right here said, take the time to revamp your resume and your online profiles to highlight your career accomplishment, your education, your passions, and your skill. Now is the time to really put home to those things. Sometimes we talked about resume last week and how some people may put their education at the bottom, but why don't you highlight your education? Highlight some of your accomplishments that you have. Highlight those skills and make that stand out. And sometimes it can just be in the formatting, it can just be in the wording. Sarah and I talked about this last night about how it's so. Sarah, can I use an example? Okay. So Sarah had a great resume, great resume, but it was just some of the wording. I'm like, this really don't really highlight what you did there. And then she's like, really? And so then we started to change the wording up, and now I know she's gonna get called back, but sometimes it could just be the wording on the resume or the format of it. And so, and she had all this wonderful great experience and have all these wonderful accomplishments, but it was just the wording of it wasn't in the proper places. So now that's a perfect time to come see myself. Linda is a great tool. She's in the chat also. And we can both sit down, all of us can sit down and review your resume, make sure that your resume stand out. How is your resume making you marketable? Because there's so much competition out there. So, but what's making your resume stand out from everyone else? And so definitely use this time to really revamp your resume. And then last week we talked about how, the guy in the video said, don't be lazy, really cater that resume to that position that you're applying for. He talked about that last week. Really cater that resume. Sometimes we use the same resume for every position, but it's not cool. If you're going to apply for a business management position and then you have experience in business management, but also you got skills in childcare, I don't think you should use the same resume. You should focus more on your childcare experience on that one resume, and then focus more on your business management on another resume. So it's really important to have you to really make your resume stand out and make it profitable. So definitely sit down with a career counselor like myself. Also make, and we can really revise your resume and also your online profile. As Catherine just talked about her LinkedIn profile. You go on her LinkedIn profile, you'll see where she worked at, her accomplishments and all the different network, and also who endorses her on her online profile. And so you can give a little bit more on your online profile than you can in your resume. Remember, the resume is just to get you introduction to get you in the door. Sometimes you probably have so much experience you can't put it on their resume because they like the resume not too long but brief. You share your experience, but not to make it too long. But if you can make your online profile as long as you want, and so definitely you can put more on your online profile than you can on your regular resume. So definitely utilize us and career services to really revamp your resume. You may think you got, like Jacob said, I know everything already, but Jacob may come to me and I say, uh-oh, I may pull out that red pen, Jacob. And so definitely seek the advice.
We'll see about that.
Okay. Anything you'd like to add, Catherine?
Nope, not this time around.
Okay, cool. All right, so tip number 5. Okay, add to your professional toolkit by taking an online class. And so we have a great, I know Catherine probably add on to this. We have a great CTE program, which are continuing education, and also our career technical programs. But now it's like you're taking this workshop right now, you're learning new skills that can better you for your toolkit. So now it's a perfect time to take up some certifications. If something that's, I think so. Someone came to my office the other day, like, Demetri, I'm really not great at computers. I said, this would be a great opportunity to take a Microsoft Office class. We have at our Shaw Center, our satellite camp, they offer those Windows classes, those Microsoft Windows classes, or take up some type of certification class, a part of our continuing education office. And so now is that particular time to really retrain yourself. I know GM and you in the process, you worked at a place for 16 years, but now it's probably like, you know what, I always thought about doing this. Now would be that time to like take advantage of that, doing this downtime if you're not working at the moment. Also, if you, Catherine would probably tell you more about this, but our workforce development, if you are unemployed, anyone here that's unemployed, to really connect with our workforce development center in McHenry, and they are in charge of our WHEEL grant, and they can probably pay for you to take some certification classes while you on unemployment. Anything you'd like to add to that, Catherine?
I'll go ahead and put the web link to the McHenry County Workforce Network. As Demetria said, they are the recipient of what we call the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act funding. I won't ever say that again, it's WIOA. But they do have great resources for folks who are changing jobs, career counselors out there as well. Just again, right? Expand your network. Where can you connect, plug in? Everything's part of a puzzle. For me, a job search is a lot like a jigsaw puzzle. You've got to pick up a lot of pieces and turn them over and turn them around and see how they fit and do the border first, your resume, and then get all those pieces to fall into place. So I think Workforce Network is another great resource for you, and I'll add that to the chat. We're talking about, I want to kind of pull us back to that resume development and your skill set, think about all of the training classes that you've been a part of, all the skill development that you take for granted that doesn't get reflected on your resume. So this is kind of a, I'm going to say, do this now and keep doing it. And I'm guilty of not doing it. We get in a job and we continue to build our skill set, but we never update our resume, right? And now you get into a position where I've finished a degree or I need to change jobs. And it's like, oh, Demetrius is going to ask you a bunch of hard questions about your skills and your training, and you're not going to have it at your fingertips. So keep an active resume file and continue to update that resume as you have new experiences in your current job, gain new skills, finish classes. Keep something that's updated all the time. That's going to really help you. But definitely anytime that you've got this downtime, remember when we started the pandemic and everybody went out and bought yeast because we were all going to make our own bread. It's kind of the same thing. Hopefully the pandemic has given us a little bit of bandwidth to begin to improve our skills, work-based skills, not necessarily our kitchen skills. Yeah, my great ideas about what I was going to do. The yeast is still in the cupboard.
And that's great advice when the resume. I think Sarah and I were talking about this yesterday. Sometimes we just put our job description on our resume instead of putting down the skills that you really, really did at that particular job. So that was great advice. All right, so tip number 6, we almost there. We got 10 minutes left. So tip number 6 is be flexible and consider temporary opportunities. We may never, so right now, since the jobs out there, as Catherine Jones stated, but just